Hello everyone, welcome to Automation E2E. In this video, we'll learn how to handle browser alerts using Selenium. We'll start by understanding what alerts are, explore the different types you might come across, and then dive into how to manage them effectively using Selenium. So, let's get started. Alerts are pop-up messages triggered by the browser to notify you or capture your inputs. They're useful for users but can disrupt automated tasks if not handled properly. Selenium provides us with alert interface to control these pop-ups. We'll see that interface in a while. First, let's have a look at different types of alerts. So the first alert we are going to see is Simple Alert, which is a basic pop-up with just a message and an OK button. This you can see is just for information purpose or it acts as a notification for the user. Let me go to the website UI Testing Playground site. So the first one that is here, the alert, is an example of Simple Alert wherein you just have a text and an OK button, wherein the only two actions you can perform is read the text and you click on OK to acknowledge that you've seen the message. So this is an example of Simple Alert. The second alert is Confirmation Alert. It basically asks user to confirm an action with OK or cancel button. Let me quickly show you this as well. So if I click on this, as you can see, it's basically asking a question here. Today is Friday. Do you agree? If you agree, you'll click on OK and it'll say that yes, it's Friday. And if you disagree, you can click on cancel and it'll say as no. So these types of alerts are basically used when we expect an action from user. The third alert is Prompt Alert, which allows us to input text on the browser. So this is the prompt alert. If I click on this, as you can see, along with other things, it also has an input field wherein I can provide a value here. For example, right now it's cats. If I click on OK, then it'll notify us that the value the user selected was cats. So in this way, when it comes to an alert, the actions are pretty limited, like clicking the OK button, clicking OK and cancel button, and inputting a text. Now let's go to IntelliJ and see how to handle these alerts using Selenium. So I'm in IntelliJ and let's start writing the code. So the code that we're going to write is we'll go to this site and we'll click on this alert button. And once we click on this, we'll read this text and click on OK button. So let's write a code for that. So as you can see, I've already taken an XPath. It has an ID as alert button, taken that here. Now to handle alert, Selenium has given us alert interface, which is this one. We'll import that. We'll have alert is equal to driver dot switch to alert. So this method will give us an instance of alert interface, which we'll use to automate. Now, before doing that, let's have a look at this alert interface. As you can see, it has basically 4 methods. As we saw earlier, the actions that we perform there is either we accept it, we dismiss it, we get text, and we send text. So this get text is to get the text that is displayed on that alert. This send keys would be used to send text to prompt alert, and the accept one to click on OK, the dismiss one to click on cancel. All right, so let's get back here, and what we'll do is we'll first print out the text of the alert using getText method, and then we'll click on OK, which is accept. All right, so this is all actions that can be performed on a simple alert. To see this, I'll just simply add wait here so that the execution is visible to you guys. There you go. Now let me run this program and see how it works. The browser's launched. Yeah, there you go. It has clicked on alert and OK, and as you can see, it has printed that text and it also clicked on OK and the alert disappeared. So that is how you handle simple alerts. Now let's have a look at how can we automate the confirmation alert. So for that, I'll inspect this and you can see it's a confirm button. So I've pasted it here. Now we'll write a code to confirm this. Click on OK and see if we see yes, and then again click on OK. So this is the flow that we are going to automate. So for that, we'll again have to switch to alert. Alert is equal to driver switch to alert. Let's print out the text here, alert.getText, and then click on accept. So when we do alert.accept, another alert will come. So let this print out the text for that alert, which will be yes since we have clicked on OK, and then finally accept that alert as well. So let me add a thread.sleep here so that you can see the second alert. Let's run this program and see how it works. As you can see, it clicked on OK and yes. So now let's see what happens when we click on cancel. So ideally what will happen is in the second alert, we won't see yes, we'll see it as no. So for that, to click on cancel, we have a simple dismiss method. Let me run this and see how it works. That's how you automate confirmation alert using alert class. Let me go back to site and see what actions we can perform on the prompt alert. Once this, we can click on it, and what we'll do is we'll send dogs here instead of cats, and then we'll click on OK, and we'll validate that this value, that is user value, is docs, and then click on OK. For that, let's click on prompt button. Let's go to the code. Let me just remove everything. I've added the XPath here. We'll switch to the alert, and now let's print out the text on the alert, and then basically send keys, and let's add it as docs. Then we'll have alert dot accept. Let me add a thread.sleep here. Then again, you don't have to switch to the alert every time. You can simply just read the text on the new alert and click on accept. Let me add a thread.sleep here so that you guys can see the execution. Let me run this program and see how it works. So as you can see, it has entered docs and the user value is docs. So that is how you handle prompt alerts. Now, let me take you back to the confirmation alert code that we wrote earlier. In here, if you remember, we added thread.sleep here. So let me just remove this and run this program and see what outcome we get. So as you can see, before this alert could come on the screen, the program already failed with an exception, that is no alert present exception. This is a very common exception that you might come across while dealing with any types of alert. To handle this kind of alert, it's highly recommended that we use explicit wait. So let me quickly show you a way to handle alerts using explicit wait. If you want to learn more about explicit wait, we have already a separate tutorial for that. I'll link that in the iCard. You can have a look at that. So let's start with explicit wait, which is WebDriver wait. New WebDriver will have to provide it driver as well as durations of seconds. Let's wait for, let's see, 5 seconds maybe. All right, so let's use this here. Wait until expected conditions, which is alert is present. So this condition, as the name suggests, will wait for the alert to be present on the UI. So let me copy this and replace this alert here. So this code will basically wait for 5 seconds until the alert is present before throwing any exception. So let's run this program and see how it works. Launched and the alert is there. So as you can see, there is no exception and the program is executed as expected, even when there was a delay in the second alert to pop up. So this is how you use explicit wait to handle alerts more elegantly. In the next tutorial, you'll learn how to use JavaScript executor provided by Selenium. That's it from this tutorial. If you found it helpful, do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching.